welcome to Sweet Talk. I'm Ashley, and we're in Austin at one of the many locations of Swissbakers to find a treat that'll satisfy a sweet tooth and a meat lover. Let's go! Why do you think people love Swissbakers?
I think because the priority or the focus on stage is the food. That's number one. And number two as well, or the same priority level, is the guest hugging. We always say human beings need water, air, food, and hugs. Ultimately, the conversation between two human beings is what makes us tick. And we focus strongly on that, and we say we only hire food-loving guest huggers. So we don't have customers, we have guests like you have in your house. So we focus on our guests, and everybody wants to be hugged. Obviously, just mentally, even though we have sometimes guests, they come in and say, hey, can I have a hug? Of course they can. Here is the bakery. What happens here is everything, croissant, rolls, bread, everything related to that happens in this part. And the reason it's broken down in a bakery and pastry and the catering kitchen is because you have 3 different temperature zones. It's not that big. We have the ham and Swiss croissants. They're prepared the day before, and then it goes in the oven. In a puff pastry or a croissant dough, you have a layer butter, layer dough, layer butter, and you flatten that many times and fold it, so you have hundreds of layers. What it does is when the water evaporates in the dough, the butter layer holds it back, and that makes it puffy. So that's the way it rises. My wife and I, we grew up in the food world. And we traveled around the world, so we opened hotels and restaurants around the world for 20 years. So we did nothing else. So we moved into a country, we built a place, we staffed, we trained, and then we moved on and did the next thing in another country. And we thought it was so awesome. We said, okay, now we create jobs. So when we opened the Reading store 5.5 years ago, we promised the town of Reading we'd create 12 jobs. So we did that. But everywhere we have pictures, so the crew knows what do we expect, how does it have to look like. Cheddar. It's a little bit different food than you get usually in the regular catering, but that's what people want. So it goes back to your question, why do people like Swissbakers? Because it's unique but still tasty. Take them out, and you saw the steam that comes out. Now we turn them, we put them in again, and then in 10 minutes it'll be perfect golden brown, nice and crunchy, and then you have to try one.
Let's try it. And the ham and cheese is like a classic combination. It works perfectly with the croissant dough. It's perfection, flawless. My taste buds are dancing right now. Thank you to Swissbakers for showing us that flavor is key. You can find Swissbakers at many locations and farmers markets in Boston. Thank you for watching Sweet Talk, where we find the yin